Hello, my name is Abigail. I'm a clinician at Quintessential Health, but I am also a yoga instructor. I believe mental health therapy and yoga work great in conjunction with one another, and I have personally used yoga and mindfulness as a self-care and coping skill throughout my life. I feel my personal best when I'm seeing my therapist once a week, as well as doing a daily yoga practice, which doesn't always happen. Life gets hectic and I don't always have the time to do yoga every day. However, that is when I feel my absolute best. If I am anxious or stressed, I know that it is time to return to my yoga mat and do some yoga. And I hope yoga will help you as well. So over the past decade or so, yoga has become very popular as an exercise in America. However, yoga has been around for centuries in India, and it is a huge aspect of Eastern medicine. Yoga has been known to help treat symptoms of stress, anxiety, depression, and even post-traumatic stress disorder. Yoga helps us learn how to stay in the present moment instead of following our thoughts outside of the moment. Yoga is the practice of connecting the mind and the body. It teaches us to recognize our thoughts instead of responding to them. Our suffocating, self-destructive thoughts become overpowering and take control of our rational mind. By breathing through uncomfortable poses and or negative thoughts in yoga, we learn to accept the thoughts that come into our minds rather than allow them to completely take control. Yoga also promotes the feeling of peace and improves overall quality of life. It is easy to feel stressed and overwhelmed in the world that we live in today. The pandemic has increased feelings of uncertainty and stress. Balancing work, school, life, relationships can feel unbearable at times. And yoga is just one mindfulness tool that can be used to help you feel more in control of your life. This is the first video in our series of yoga and mindfulness at Quintessential Health. Today we will focus specifically on poses that are known for relieving stress. These poses are part of yin yoga. Yin yoga is a slow-paced practice that allows for a deeper stretch because you are generally holding the poses for 3 to 5 minutes. We won't be holding the poses for 3 to 5 minutes today. We'll be holding them for shorter. However, if there is a pose that feels good to you, you can feel free to pause the video and stay in that pose for as long as you'd like. I will be guiding you into and through each pose. So before we begin, it is important for you to recognize what is good for you and what is not good for you. Listening to your body is very important. If you begin to feel uncomfortable in a pose or at any point, please gently come out of that pose. It would be best for you to consult a doctor before continuing. Yoga is not a substitute for any form of treatment, and it is best used in addition to medical and psychological counseling. So if that all sounds good to you, we will begin our practice.
We will begin by finding a comfortable seated position on your yoga mat or just on the floor. Sit with a tall spine, with the top of your head reaching for the ceiling. Make sure you are comfortable. If you feel comfortable, you may close your eyes. If not, you can have a soft gaze looking down. We are going to take 3 deep breaths. Inhale deeply. And exhale deeply. Inhaling and exhale, release. Last time, a deep inhale and a complete exhale, releasing tension. Keeping your eyes closed or soft, notice how you are feeling in this moment after taking 3 deep breaths. We will now move into our first pose, butterfly pose. Start by bringing the bottoms of your feet together, then slowly folding into the pose. Make sure not to go too deep. We want every pose to be relaxing today. Take some deep breaths here. Butterfly is a nice stretch to the lower back that does not require loose hamstrings. Relax into this pose. And slowly coming back up, we will move into standing for our next pose, but take your time getting to standing. We are not going to stand all the way up. You can move right into a standing forward fold. This pose is called dangling. You can have loose arms or grab opposite elbows. You can stay still or bend one knee and then the other. Whatever feels good to you. Allow yourself to release any tension here. And then slowly coming back down onto your mat for child's pose, coming onto your hands and knees, spreading your knees wide and sinking your hips back into child's pose. My personal favorite pose for relieving stress and anxiety. It is a healing and restful pose. It can also relieve back and neck pain. Take deep breaths into this pose, allowing the stress to leave your body. Slowly moving into the next pose, legs up the wall. If you do not have a wall, it is okay. You can do this without your legs on a wall. If you do have a wall, bring your hips as close to the wall as you can get before extending your legs up. Relaxing into this pose. Legs up the wall releases tension and anxiety. It is a gentle stretch that regulates blood flow. And we will move into our next pose, Shavasana or corpse pose. For this pose, you are just lying on your back with your arms and legs spread wide. Get comfy. You can use a blanket if you have one. Shavasana is done at the end of every yoga class. It restores your body after your practice. Relax and follow your breath. Notice any thoughts that come into your head, but do not follow them. Allow them to leave your mind and continue to focus on your breath, staying in the present moment. Slowly making your way onto your right or left side for our last pose, sleeping child's pose. I like to end every class with this pose after Shavasana. This pose is great for calming the mind and feeling the benefits of your yoga practice. Allow yourself to relax here in your last pose. When you are ready, come back to a comfortable seated position. Take 3 final deep breaths. Before you open your eyes and complete your yoga practice, just notice how you are feeling. And slowly opening your eyes when you are ready.
Those were just a few poses that you can do to help you relieve some tension and stress. Feel free to do this as many times as you like and hold the poses for as long as you like. If you would like to learn more about our services we offer at Quintessential Health, click the link to our website below for qhealthonline.com. If you have any specific questions about this video, you can email me at apurcell@qhealthonline.com, which is also available at the bottom. Thank you for joining, and please join me next time as we explore more poses and a relaxing meditation.